Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogia Monster here, along with Stevie D. Stevie B. Stevie D.
Ooh, what?
That came out weird.
What?
I don't recognize you anymore. You're not on camera, so you know. Welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF. Great to see everybody in chat already. Gary, what's up? Jim, first one in the door. Mr. Lee, what's up? Hey, Ben. Good to see you.
Gentlemen.
Northwoods Sausage Fest tonight, apparently. Good to see everybody.
It is.
So what are you guys up to? Mr. Lee, how's things across the pond?
Excuse me.
Northwoods, what's up in Texas, man?
Ben, good to see you. Roger Blair.
What's up, Roger? Yeah, it is a lot of guys here.
It is.
It's cool kids.
And me.
And you. Token female.
Right?
It's terrible.
I know. But I'm okay with it.
Busy week for Bigfoot, Mr. Lee says.
Oh, yeah.
Why, was he busy? I didn't run into him, so I don't know.
Lisa's married last
Yeah, I know.
couple weeks bad.
It sucks.
What can I say?
No, I wasn't saying that to
Okay.
you. I was saying it to him as
I
I
know.
read it, and then
Oh, I
you
know.
started to read it.
I knew what you meant. I just finished reading it all.
Northwoods temps about 100, almost hit 100 over the weekend, but it wasn't horrible since there's almost no humidity.
Yeah, I heard that it was getting hot out there. It's gonna. To me, it seems like it's early. I don't know. What do I know? For that kind of heat?
No. Texas, I guess, is part of it, but like Arizona, New Mexico, the Southwest was getting really abnormally warm temperatures lately.
Right.
So I'm guessing Texas is getting hit too. Mr. Lee, it's got to get better over there, brother.
It's got to get better everywhere.
Yeah, well, you know,
Well,
one thing at a time.
a lot of prayers.
Ben says, Northwoods, how's your ex? This is telling me that I'm live.
You are.
Who else is live?
Let's see.
Bigfoot, Michigan Rob.
Olan cryptids.
Hellbent Holler.
Caucasian. Sasquatch.
Wow.
Everybody.
Fucking everybody. Oh. That's all right. I watched him anyway.
Not right now.
No, you know.
Not right now.
Let's see what Rob's doing. I could imagine, and then I couldn't. You know, Mr. Lee, he says, I seriously doubt it. What you know is 1,000 times worse in reality. Fishing, Ben, has been slow. I caught a dink bass this morning.
I didn't catch shit.
And for like Mr. Lee, a dink bass is a small bass. Fucking, I need So, yeah,
I'm not doing that.
I will. Hold on.
I knew you would.
I had a scare that my ex was heading to Texas. But then she found out someone was talking about armadillos, not armored dildos. That's Northwoods. Another episode of the X-Files.
Then you asked.
NAC, what's up, David?
Hey, David.
What else? Yeah, that's funny. So what's new with us? Yesterday, it's kind of short notice though, but we did it. We went to Universal Studios in Orlando. I had never been there before.
And I haven't been there in easily 6-7 years. And everything was completely different. So it was like neither one of us had been there.
The last time I was on a Disney property or Universal property, I was never on a Universal property, but a Disney property, had to be 1990, somewhere around there, 91.
We had fun. It was short notice. Put trip over there. We spent the day, got there probably about 10 o'clock or so.
Prayers, Richie. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rich.
Well, I
Right.
I had to keep reminding myself about Universal Studios that what it was based around was movies. You know,
It's all about
I'm looking for
movies.
Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and shit. And right there, I got Transformers and Harry Potter walking around.
Everywhere. We
Got it.
Oh. Like, oh.
What were you saying? Because I think we said that like whatever, it was the same word. Wow.
I think it was.
God, that was what I was
I
saying.
was going to say kind of. It
Okay.
was kind of close.
Northwood says, I was talking to my daughter who got married last year and was telling her about my encounters. I told her it looked like lots of creatures would stay hidden in her part of Alaska. She's a cryptid to them. Cryptid's cryptid.
Right.
Universal.
I was starting to say we kind of got there early, but I went in thinking that, spring break is pretty much over. It's a Monday. There won't be a lot of people.
You were wrong.
It wasn't terrible though.
No, it wasn't terrible.
But there was a lot of people there.
A little disappointing
A lot disappointing.
because, as you know, Stevie has prosthetics below the knee, both legs.
I went into every ride, so excited, ready to go.
Excuse me.
First roller coaster we rode was the Hulk,
Yeah.
and that thing is the biggest ride out of the whole park, basically, as far as roller coaster. We get in there, and we're the only two in the very front car.
Yeah.
That was cool.
At least if I do a roller coaster or a new ride like that, I have to be in the front. It's just, I want to be the first one there. So we did that coaster. But it's different now because the newer rides are inside. And I don't know how they run the track system or how the car operates or whatever, but you go in and there's all these sceneries and shit,
you're immersing yourself into the movie, basically.
Yeah, I
On the
mean,
way
there's
up
actual
to the
props that you can touch, but then a lot of it is all movies and just screens that,
They're talking to you about the ride and setting up the scenario.
and the
for
ride itself is, if it's King Kong, it's King Kong fighting these big,
dinosaurs.
yeah. I was gonna say Godzilla looking things.
But each ride sets you up. The walk up to it sets you up for the movie, for the theme. You get, like you said, you get to touch the props, and they're playing on the TV. They're setting you up for the mission. You know what you're about to go into.
Fast and Furious. There was all these different ones. But go ahead.
Well, that was that point. No, they set you up for the scenario. You get in there, and like you said, they're all inside, and you'll have one ride that's just, sit down in a seat like a car, and you're driving through the movie. You have another type where you sit down on a seat and you're in suspension.
And that's where it came into to be a
So
problem.
every ride that we got to, they see me coming and they're like, "Oh no, oh no,
Have you been cleared?
Have you been cleared?" I had to be cleared
Not for this ride.
every ride, and it was frustrating for me because I'm in the mindset I forget about my legs a lot. I do. I go through life and I just don't think about it 24/7. I just go. I function like everyone else. When it's brought to my attention all day, every ride, it got frustrating. We got to one ride in Harry Potter. It was a Harry Potter ride. I rented a scooter so that I wouldn't have to walk the distance of the park. So I had a scooter the whole day. I made the mistake of riding my scooter up to the front and asking where to park my scooter for the ride, and they just were like, "Oh no." I mean,
I don't remember which one that was.
That was the one in Harry Potter. It was.
Oh, that Hogwarts.
It wasn't Hogwarts.
No.
It was the other one. I forget the name of it.
Anyway.
Well, so
they wouldn't let her on the ride.
They wouldn't let me on the ride, not at all. And I was pissed.
She took off her prosthetics, so she wasn't tall enough.
That one ride, the guy asked me, did I want to take them off? Or did I want to leave them on? I'm like, I'm good.
But yeah, the last ride I did was a Harry Potter one, and your feet are suspended.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
They'll just
but we didn't, that was the one ride that we didn't know. We couldn't tell from the outside. I think we asked, and the one girl didn't. Either she didn't hear me, but she didn't answer. We got all the way up to the top, ready to get. We were in line, ready to get on, and here come the car. I'm like, oh nope. I'm pushing him on the ride.
Mr. Lee says apparently Harry Potter's full of satanic references. I never liked him. Don't blame the author or anything,
Right.
Who was that? J.K. Rowling?
Yeah. We rode one.
Richie Evans says Harry Pothead and the Sorcerer's Stone. That's my part, but
one of the roller coaster rides was a
Nelson, what's up?
Motorcycle simulator. But
yeah, you know how Hogwarts, what's his name? The big hairy dude.
You're asking
That's
me for
not
names.
Splash, the other guy.
You're asking me for names.
Anyway, the big magician or whatever. He's always got those weird animals. He always had a motorcycle that he would ride with a sidecar. So they have a ride. It's like a roller coaster.
It is a roller coaster.
It is a roller coaster. And all the seats are one's a motorcycle, one's a sidecar.
Yeah. So
and it's pretty cool.
And it's a roller coaster. That thing twisted and turned, and I raised up out of my seat at least 3 times. It was fun. That was fun. I was in the sidecar, so I'm like boxed in, and I'm like, woo! Hands in the air. bouncing back and forth. It was cool though because the car was padded, so if you went side to side, you're fine.
It was fun.
We probably should have did that one again.
It's just a lot of walking and walking. And
Well, you're talking overall 4 parks, and
well, we only
City
did 2.
Walk, but City Walk Center is all 4 of those parks. We only did the 2, and it kicked our ass. It's a lot of walking.
Here's my footwear of choice. Hold on.
Is
I wear a Crocs. Take the other one. I wear Crocs.
all the time. You don't understand.
They're my shoe.
That's
I work on boats. My feet are always getting wet, so that was the easiest thing to be able to slip off, dry. I work, I could work in bare feet. So yesterday, going to this, I knew I couldn't wear Crocs, so I put on a pair of sneakers, tennies, tennis shoes, whatever you want to call them, and wore those. My feet aren't used to those. I mean, these Crocs I even have fucking partial inserts for arch support. I didn't take them out. I didn't put them in the sneakers.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he says at least you ditched the flip flops. No, they're under the bed. They're ready to go too. My feet weren't used to it, so it showed itself in my back starting to hurt.
Well,
So there was time yesterday where I had to stop. I was like, I got to sit down for a minute. It wasn't that I was winded. I was just in pain. And I told her today, I said, this is the first time in my life that I felt like an old man. Yesterday. But I also realized, you guys remember I did the keto thing and lost 40-something pounds? Well, I got it all back. I mean, I found it. But if I didn't have this extra weight, yesterday would have been pretty much a breeze. And there was multiple times I had to stop.
well,
Sharon says, we're getting older, Mogs.
considering that we walked easily 2-3 miles. Well, you did, not me. You did a lot of walking. That was a lot of walking. I mean, not just going from one park to the other and back again. All the walking from the ground level to get up to the rides, or going from stroller parking lot where I parked the scooter to having to put your things in a locker because they will not let you carry anything on the rides.
Yes.
Nothing.
Some rides they don't care. Some rides you got everything. Your phone.
I had the key to the scooter. I put everything else in the locker. I get all the way up to the ride, and the girl had a magic locker sitting right back behind where we came in.
I saw that.
And made me put my key in that locker until I got off the ride.
So we had to get a locker just for a locker key.
Yes. Indeed. But point being, a lot of walking. Everything is walking. It, to the extent that in the past, the last time I was there, you could go into guest services and get a pass for disabled people that can't stand in line or walk distances. They would give you a cue card. You'd go to one ride, set an appointment, come back at that time, and they'd take you straight up to the ride. Way better than the Easy Pass. It was directly to the ride. Kind of like we went up that elevator. How we went straight up, just like that. Well, they stopped that. They stopped issuing that. So what they did was every ride is ADA accessible. If you have trouble walking, they have complimentary wheelchairs at the base of the ride, and you can have somebody or push yourself all the way up to the ride in that wheelchair. They take it from you when you get up, and they'll have it ready for you when you get off. It's that simple. But lines are lines. You're still waiting.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they wouldn't issue her
I try to get
any pass to get, ahead of the line, and
But there was a few of the rides,
Well,
like the one that we went to. The lady, I walked up. We had we had just walked up to the ride. She was trying to point us in the direction of the regular line. We were thinking we're going regular line. She said, "You have Easy Pass, right?" I was like, "No, we got." I was being honest. I said, "No, we're regular." She said, "You have Easy Pass, right?"
But how did we get through that one? Because we went to one where she couldn't get on the ride, but the girl felt bad, so she gave us eight passes, easy pass,
passes.
whatever. They're just get to the head of the line.
Yeah, the eight,
And
it was 8
we
of
didn't.
them.
You would go through the line. You'd show you had it, and then you'd go through, and they'd collect it at the end. But the first one, they didn't do that.
No, some of them were more lenient
Yeah,
with it. They didn't care. They were like, "Go ahead." But that the one ride I was talking about, I walked up and she asked for my pass. No, she asked, "Were we Easy Pass or regular?" I said regular. She said, "You have Easy Pass, right?" I was honest. I said, "No, we're regular." She said it again. "You have Easy Pass. Go that way." I was like, "Oh, okay." I caught on quick, but it took us all the way around, avoiding the line, and straight up to the gate to get let on the line.
Bass Scott, what's up? Good to see you.
They let us on one side, and the regular line entered the other side. We got to a couple times. We got to choose, like I said, the Hulk. We were that roller coaster. We were first car front. I'd walk up and I'd ask,
Well, you can just wait for it, and
Yeah.
they'll always.
But for the most part, they're herding everybody through, pointing them in the direction, and people just go. But yeah, they were. From the time we got there in the parking lot, I pulled up and I asked, "Is there any place close that I can park?" The kid opened up the cones and let me park in the preferred parking
with the first car,
right
the only
next
car
to the
there.
elevator, and there was no other cars over there. I mean,
all day I'm like, play that fucking handicap car, girl.
well, shit, it's not playing it though.
It's not.
It's
at
really
all.
not.
But
Because I still walked my ass off. Not as much as him. He walked the distance. I walked the rides, and that was a lot.
And I don't say that because I wanted to get in front of the line. It was just watching her do it and get away with it. I'm just not get away with it, but you know what I mean.
Make it work.
Make it work.
Yeah. And I always say it's all how you
Hi,
talk,
Tina.
how you talk to people, how you treat people.
Oh, yeah.
But that first ride that wouldn't let me on, that pissed me off. I was mad. I had to walk away.
You started, and when she gets mad, she gets mouthy.
I do. I can't help it.
It's fucking bullshit.
This is bullshit.
This is how like Steve from Cops happened.
No.
Disgruntled fucking
come on.
disgruntled rider,
I
gets
wasn't that
ejected from the
loud.
park.
He's so stupid. I was mad. I was, because they judged me from the second they saw me, and it was funny because every ride they'd ask me, "Are you above the knee or below the knee?" I finally asked one. I'm like, "What difference does it make?" I said, "If I feel that I'm capable of riding it, I know best. I'm not going to get on a ride with suspension where my legs are dangling. I lost a leg in a lake, and this one jumped in after it. I mean, you can't do that on a roller coaster or a ride." And yeah, so I know we were very cautious. I know my abilities. Don't judge me just based because you saw my legs. That's where I got mad. I was pissed. And then to find out today, actually, that's a car ride. It's an actual car ride. We rode 2 of them before that. It's
And she was saying it had something to do with the way that the lap restraint came down, and I don't see.
I don't see how
see
how that was an issue.
No,
in any of the rides that we rode, or saw for that matter. Because don't get me wrong, there were a couple rides that as soon as we looked at it, we were like, "Nope, I can't do it. I can't do it." And that one that we walked up on and saw at the last second, the car, I'm pushing him, go. At least one of us get to go on it.
oh yeah.
I'm like, go for it.
And the Harry Potter one was the last one I went on. And like I said, you sit there, and in this one, you're sitting sideways, and you can't see the person next to you. Your feet are dangling. There's like 4 to 6 seats in a row. and then behind you there's 4 to 6 seats. You can't see each other. You're kind of closed off, and it's one of those where the movie's playing and you're chasing Harry Potter while he's on the fucking broom all through Hogwarts, and
I'd have loved to done
dragon pops out, and it's a lot of spinning, and that ride I almost threw up on. I felt motion sickness coming, and I was like, oh no. I had to like close my eyes for a minute, shake it off, and then like concentrate on something else because I didn't say anything when we got off the ride. When I got off the ride, she's waiting for me, and we start walking, and I hear the guy behind me go, oh man, that one gave me motion sickness. And I wanted to spin around and go, you too? But I was,
I told him,
I didn't get sick, but it was one of those like, oh no.
while he was on the ride, I was standing right there at the platform. They had me standing right there. I'm watching everybody get off the ride, and I see these two boys, brothers. They get off. One's little, probably about 8, 9 years old. The other one's probably 12, 13. The boys get off, and I see the little boy, the younger one, the side of his face is just red. All I could think was that he got slammed around on that ride because he was holding his face, and he looked like he was ready to cry. And his big brother must have said something to tease him, because all I saw next was the boy took his hand down from his face and socked his brother right in the back and then kept walking, like stomped off. I was like, oh shit, that's got to be a cool ride. That poor boy, his face was so red. I was like, damn.
Ben says, I wouldn't want to cross with Stevie.
I know. I told him, stop.
Mr. Lee says, I would pay big bucks to see Mogs jump in water after legs.
True story. With zero hesitation. He saw that leg in the lake.
As soon as she said it,
and
I was
jumped right
in
off
the air.
Yeah.
I think I was in the air before she finished saying it. But, that's her freedom, and that was her mobility. That was her,
He'd have been carrying me out of there. Off the boat.
No, I would have got a crutch and said hop.
No, but yesterday was a beautiful day. It was warm. It got warm for a minute, but not terrible. At some point, we were sitting there, and I told him, I said, imagine a busy, weekend day or a holiday, around a holiday, or even just spring break that just passed on a 100-degree day.
It got warm.
Dead of the summer.
And
I couldn't do it.
Prayers to Dawn as well, Richie. Let's see. What else?
Reading.
See, in between the parks it's called City Walk. You leave the gates of the park, you're in City Walk, which is it's city property, and then you got another gate that goes into the other part of Adventure Island, which is part of Universal.
Well, City Walk is.
City Walk, you can smoke.
There's bars, there's restaurants, there's shops, there's all kinds of stuff there. Excuse me. Sometimes they have shows like I think years ago, Ellen DeGeneres show was filmed there a few times. But it's cool because there's a I guess a man-made river that runs through all the resort properties, and they run ferry boats.
No, well, they're
like mini.
They're old-fashioned.
Yes, they're very cool. Very cool.
Not like a ferry where it's 2 decks or anything.
No,
like that.
Just a small
it's a water
little
taxi.
Water taxi, yeah, that's it.
I mean, it would hold probably 20 people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're not tiny, that's for sure. But the boats run all the way through the whole resort system, which is easily a couple miles.
The other problem is they don't give you a mapping system. Like, you'd have to go online and download the map.
The app, actually, they want you to download the app because that's where everything is. It's all in the app. That's all I heard all day yesterday. I couldn't.
Otherwise, you don't know what anything is. Like, you get on these lines for these rides, we don't know what type of ride it is, or know nothing about it. Roller coaster, you see it.
Yeah,
that's a roller coaster. What's going on?
But everything else is inside.
Inside, you don't even know what it is.
No. Every once in a while, they would have the seating system set outside the ride at the base level at the entrance, so you could see the type of seating, but you wouldn't know if it was suspension or a car.
Mr. Lee, and I agree with Ben where he says, "Wait, what?" Mr. Lee says, "Funny how all these hoax started to emerge suddenly. I can't believe Travis Walton would go to such lengths to make up his UFO encounter." I
haven't heard of that being a hoax.
Mr. Lee says, "Yes, Ben, his Travis Walton brother just confirmed it." Another money grab?
I don't know.
Well, why not? They realize what those guys are doing.
Jumping on the bandwagon.
Hey, we got to.
I don't know.
We look at the immediate reason, like who benefits and why.
I've never heard of that. Until you said that, Mr. Lee. Ben said, "What?"
Tina says, "That's crazy."
You gotta be bullshitting us.
I don't know. But that's another one of those stories that's been around forever. And I mean, Travis makes a little bit of money off it, I'm sure, through books and appearances, and maybe that's starting to dry up. See, there was a good episode of Into the Woods, or Cabin in the Woods, Cabin in the Woods, that he talked about the whole Patterson Gimlin and how this doesn't prove that it's a hoax. And I know the people who saw it will swear up and down, but not everybody that saw the film agrees with it.
Mr. Lee just said, "Ben, yep, research it. Just last few days in the UFO community." Well,
NVTV has something on the Patty hoax. Go to NAC.
Everybody's putting something out. MK Davis did. Bob Gimlin.
Richie says MK Davis will be on Duke 5 podcast on next Sunday. What does that mean, dude?
On Duke's podcast next Sunday.
Well, it's on Duke 5 podcast on next Sunday.
Duke's, not 5. It's an S.
Oh, okay.
And it's his typing.
Yeah.
No, everybody's putting something out, it seems. And it's all interesting. I listened to MK Davis's whole take on.
You don't believe it's the hoax.
No, he's got pretty interesting.
I don't know that
reason why.
If anybody's spent more time studying that film than him.
I know. And that's what I said. That man has dedicated years of research.
It's funny how it came back to this. Damn you, chat.
Well, my opinion, without knowing anything about Travis Walton being a hoax, I can't speak to none of that. I just know I had my experience not far from there with Judy and Jay. It was the same area. We came out the same area.
It's miles away.
It is. But
It
considering
could be 40 miles away, I'm saying. You know?
well, okay, but I'm just saying it's the same mountain.
General,
it's
yeah,
the same mountain range. It's the same.
Mhm.
I mean, close by, the next.
Yeah. Just trying to make sure it's.
But when you're considering mountain ranges and that kind of something,
Yeah, no, it wasn't far.
no. No, I'm not saying it was there. Not at all.
But it's just weird. Ben says the thing about Travis Walton is that it usually doesn't happen just once. What, abductions?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not cabin in the woods, it's cabin in the woods.
Kevin.
Say Narnia, motherfucker. No. Wardrobe involved here. No, the guy, Cabin in the Woods, the guy always has a good presentation, good argument. Just check it out. You know, I'm sitting here we've been babbling for 35 minutes. Let me go put this in chat. There we go. But that is weird. Because that's like the biggest story next to Betty and Barney Hill.
Yeah.
You know, it's up there. It's like one of the best.
Absolutely.
Just like the Patterson Gimlin film is to the Bigfoot community, that is to the UFO community, I believe. At least in the abduction category.
Yeah. In the abduction category.
Excuse me. What's up, David?
Everything good to go on my end?
You're all good. What's up, man?
Oh man, I got my butt whooped bad. That truck, man. Just to take that part off, it just about killed me. That quick
What'd you have to-
disconnect. It's a quick disconnect. You know, you got to get behind it and squeeze those little tabs, and then pull the part off. Well, I couldn't get to the tabs just right, and finally, I grabbed hold of it and give it a good yank, and it come off. But I finally got it back on, everything. So got the vehicle back on the road.
All right, man.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, I've got a part I got to change on Stevie's car that has about 4 of those quick pull tabs. Those
Disconnect.
quick disconnect.
Yeah, but, you know, next month I'm gonna have to worry about, is the other one gonna do it? Do I need to go ahead and pay $20 for another part and just go have it sitting there waiting?
That was what, the heater core?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a guy on YouTube. He says they usually go out around between 250 and 300,000 miles. So I got 250,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's due.
Yeah. Everything's due, I swear. Now I just need brakes, shocks, rotors, and the moonroof leak stopped. So then we'll have a good car again.
Right on.
Better
One
than
thing at a time.
Yeah, that's better than the shaky motor the guy tried to sell me.
Oh, and it was the broken motor mounts?
Yeah. Yeah. Man, that's weird about everybody busting everybody from the past, you know. We're going to soon.
Yeah, that's... I don't know, dude. Something's weird about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're finally going to get the news about the Kecksburg Bell was a joke, and then all this other stuff in the past, you know. It's just weird. But MVTV has that on there about the Patterson and Gimlin Patty, you know. They show it through AI doing all this stuff.
No, it's just weird.
Well, I mean, it makes me feel bad because I have seen the real thing, you know, but I just didn't have my phone on me whenever I saw it and took the picture. And I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, but just the fact that those two stories, be it Patty and Travis Walton, you know, fire in the sky.
Being claimed by another family member.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's his brother saying
Yeah.
it's fake, and it was his son saying it's
Yeah.
fake, and they're not. What are they looking for? It's not
They're
their
gone.
guilt or remorse or it's they weren't involved.
No.
You know, Travis Walton's brother. I don't know if he was with them when it happened. As far as part of the crew, I have no idea.
No, I don't believe he was. I don't know. No, I don't know.
Oh,
Mr.
go ahead.
Mr. Lee posted. It says Ben vetted Travis Walton hoax, and there's a channel link to it. If you want to check it out.
All I know is I remember seeing videos, interview after interview with Travis Walton, and he talked about people approaching him as if it were a hoax, and you know the emotion behind of him saying, "What you know? How could I do something like that? Why would I do something like that?" He just seemed like believable.
Because at the time, you know, he's not going to pull a hoax and thinking that it's going to set him up for life.
No,
And I'm sure he didn't make that much off of it, but
he did what interviews, and they made a couple movies
Hey.
of the story.
yeah, it's true.
Tim T in Florida just posted that he got another gray alien on thermal.
Yeah, okay.
So
Who
if
did?
anybody's interested.
Oh,
I've hung out with him one night. I've been around a few times. But we went out in the woods, Tim T and a bunch of us, after a Florida Bigfoot conference one year. Michael Haywood, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, they finally got their evidence in the museum. I'm proud of them on that.
Mr. Lee says Travis Walton living in a trailer park now. So am I. So what? By choice.
right? Fucking A.
I bought this motherfucker.
We've lived in a trailer park before. It ain't nothing. I mean, it's nice. You know, I was sorry how Muscle Shoals done everybody over in that trailer park. When the tornado came through, they told them that they wasn't part of the city and they needed to clean up their own debris and take it off, haul it off. And if any of the homes were demolished, they were either to sell their lands or hurry up and get them another mobile home. I mean, you just went through a disaster. You don't have the money to replace your trailer, you know, and put it back right quick. And they gave them so much time to do this. And what they're really trying to do is root them out.
Yeah, and just bring in new homes.
Yeah. But, I mean, they had to clean up their own debris, so some of these churches had to jump in and help them clean it up.
Did they get a weekly garbage pickup, a normal garbage pickup?
Yeah, Muscle Shoals garbage comes through there and picks it up. And
now, is that provided by the county or the city or whatever? I mean,
the city done it's all county, but the city manages the garbage. You know, they have their own city garbage trucks and everything, but the debris trucks have to come out of the county to pick up everything. And basically, they were a near miss, according to the mayor and everything. They fall on this gray line of whether or not they're really part of Muscle Shoals, even though they pay all their taxes. Land taxes goes to Muscle Shoals, not the county. But when that tornado hit, Muscle Shoals wanted to say, you're in the county, you got to take care of it yourself, but you got so much time to get it done, Or
Yeah, that's bullshit, man.
yeah, I mean, we're going to take control of your property, all this bullcrap. And this Hayden submarine thing come in up here at Barton in the old railroad car building. It's like 1,000,000 square foot building, and it's beautiful on the outside. But I'm wondering how much junk the government's going to dump into the Tennessee River behind EPA's back, and how much they're going to shove into illegal landfills all over the county here and there, and do like 3M. You know, they done illegal dump sites and got caught up with finally after everybody was starting to get cancer, and they linked it to the forever chemicals. You know, and that's what I'm worried about with this Hayden coming in here, the submarine parts plant. They just now started it, broke the groundwork on it and everything. The building's done built. Why do you want to go in there? Why do you want to send a state representative in to break the groundwork for it when it's already built?
You'd think nowadays you wouldn't get that dumping like they still.
Get this. Trump flew in on Air Force One, landed in Muscle Shoals, but they had to have the Air Force helicopter. They had to have that land, pick him up, then take him over to Barton instead of taking him by car, which wouldn't have took but like 30 minutes. So, waste of money.
No, I don't think it's a waste of money. I think it's protecting them.
Yeah. Well, they could have sent him in limos.
Michael says, I always like Mary Ellen Walton, not Travis. Tina says, I always like John Boy. Michael said, Grandpa too. Grandpa Walton too. New Bob Lazar movie coming out soon. Mr. Lee says you can watch the trailer on YouTube. Looks fantastic.
You know, the most.
Michael says John Boy couldn't pull a greasy string out of a cat's ass. I don't know what that means.
I was going to say Bob Lazar be the next one to be known as a hoax.
You know, I don't remember any of the episodes of the Waltons, but I do remember the long good nights they did on every episode.
Oh, everybody remembers that.
Yeah, good night, so and so and so and so, all the way on.
Tina says, yes, he could. He was a strong mountain boy. He was the mountain's version of a nerd.
Right.
Well, he was supposed to be the whole series. The narrator was through John Boy's eyes, wasn't it?
Hey, Mr. Lee brought up Tammy Wynette in the chat a while ago. She was from Red Bay, Alabama, here in Franklin County, just one county below us, and George Jones hung out there a lot, several other singers and everything, and then they went over to Fame Ranch, which was here in Muscle Shoals, and they would fly everybody back and forth by helicopter. And whenever George Jones played Possum on stage, he was at Tammy Wynette's house.
Right on. Northwood says, with the ongoing combat operations in the Middle East, the president is going to have higher than normal security. No, that's why I don't say, oh, it's a waste of money if he's flying 30 minutes or 10 minutes. Fuck it, fly. It's safety. You know, whatever. You know, he's doing the right thing. Keep on doing it. Northwood says, Northwood's good for you. We have zero security. Yeah, dude, what's going on over there? I'm just, it's sickening. Mr. Lee.
You know, I can't believe they sent Department of Homeland.
You can't hear
David,
me.
I can't hear a word you're saying. You gotta talk into your phone.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
You know what I done? I had my finger over the microphone on the back.
They can still do.
Do I now?
Yeah, you're good.
Excuse me.
Mr. Lee,
No.
did you see the Saturday Night Live? Or I don't even know if you have access to it. President Trump had posted on X a clip of it, and it's all over the internet right now.
Oh, the Iran war is ending. CNN just posted it. Trump posted a mysterious link or something. Anyway, I didn't see it all. It just said the Iran war was ending.
No, it's not.
I know.
Not even close.
They said that the Iran war was over because Iran gave Trump a whole bunch of oil.
That ain't gonna end shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's not quite.
They're not fucking even close to end.
I know.
So they get that
I
one
know
news
what-
secured.
I don't believe none of it neither. I mean, it's all bullcrap because he
It's
posts one
CNN.
thing and then come back and post another, and you never know what to believe.
It's CNN. CNN was the one that initially reported that the bombing attempt outside of the New York City mayor's home was an attack
On the mayor.
on Muslims. It wasn't. There was a group protesting outside of his home. Well, anyways, they got it wrong and had to retract their statement.
Yeah. Well, we just had a pro wrestler in Central Alabama die.
But I'm
Chris
sorry.
Courtney.
Never heard of him.
I hadn't either. He was in the Times Daily. It said pro wrestler Chris Courtney died.
Oh. What'd you start to say?
Well, I was saying that CNN was in that original, broadcast of the situation of the bombing in front of the New York City mayor's home. Described the bombers as they were out for a beautiful day, to have a beautiful day in the city. You know, that was their statement. It was so far from reality. It was baffling.
Mr. Lee says Trump has balls at least.
Right?
And he uses them, dude. Uses them. Look at fucking these balls. He's swinging his balls all over the place.
All over the place.
Duck every once in a while, right?
Now, is that better on y'all's side?
Yeah.
Well, good. I put my earbuds in.
There you go.
That sounds good. Yeah, I don't
I agree,
trust
Roger.
anything that comes from CNN.
I've got an idea that'll save a lot of people some problems on their cords getting bent whenever they plug them in. You know, most of them plug in at the very bottom of the phone whenever you're sitting here with it straight up. And then you lay it in bed and you got a bad habit of putting it on your chest and walling it around and breaking the cord.
No,
I don't sleep with my phone.
Just
Or on the couch, whatever. But anyway, I'm thinking of an invention to help fix that.
okay.
And what would that be?
Don't tell us. Somebody else will come up with
Well,
it.
now I'm curious.
No. You know what happened to me on my last invention? Our house caught on fire. And dummy me, I got one package in the mail for me to keep and one package to give to a lawyer and let him put it in a safe so it would say that it is mine. Dumbass me, I put both of them up on the top shelf of the closet because I didn't have a lawyer. So the house caught on fire. Well run out. The fire trucks came, put the fire out, and we decided nothing was savable. I forgot about the envelopes. The cleanup crew got them. Now the invention that I invented was on the market back then, and it sold millions. It was a vinyl cutting table made out of aluminum. Looked like a little aluminum table.
Mm-hmm.
Cut your vinyl on it and everything. Hook your skill saw up to it so you could cut your vinyl. And I'd have been a multi-millionaire right now. I had DeWalt, Bosch Ryobi, Black & Decker, 9 different companies sitting there on the phone with me. All I had to do was come up with $600 for the prototype. Couldn't do it. I was unemployed at the time.
Well, that sucks. Robert Den Dugan, how are you? You shelved it when you shouldn't have.
I know.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
You got to
Jimmy.
come through with it. Follow through with it.
Well, we got several songwriters here in most shows and everything lives close to us. Jimmy Johnson was one of the Swampers. He lives just a few blocks from us, and he's got his own recording studio. It's Widget Sound. And I'm going to try to get up with him or Jimmy Johnson.
Okay.
He was one of the Swampers. You know, back in the day, whenever Leonard Skinner said Muscle Shoals got the Swampers.
Yeah.
He was talking about the guitar players and everything, and
okay.
There were the Swampers was piano player, guitar, bass, all that, and then you got the Muscle Shoals Sound where they had the orchestra. If you want to orchestra music in it, you just call up Muscle Shoals Sounds. They'll come to the studio and do your song.
Right on.
Yeah.
Robert Den Dugan, what's up? He goes, just to let you know, Mr. Yarrington, you know, Jeff, fell asleep on his own channel tonight.
What?
Was it a long show? Wow.
Who is that?
I look up and I see Naomi.
The milkman.
How you doing, Naomi?
Naomi, what's up? Good to see you. Robert says he's a hardworking dairy man, so I'll give him some slack.
Right.
Michael says Jamie Johnson. He said no, Jimmy Johnson, right?
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson.
No relation. No.
I don't know whether they're related or not, but you know, might be. Jamie comes here and records a lot at most shows.
Naomi says it was a monotonous show. Know how long it might have been.
You know, when Kid Rock flew into Russellville Airport so nobody'd see him, and most shows, Fame Studio had him a limo sitting there waiting on him and drove him to the studio and then back to Russellville, the airport, so he could get out of there without anybody seeing him.
Huh. Cooey, River Morris.
Hey, River. Good to see you.
Let me do this quick. Links is you know where. You know what to do with it. Yeah. So
Excuse me.
I slept in a little bit today from all that walking yesterday.
Wish I could have.
And today my calves are killing me.
I was just tired today. All day.
Robert says Tim Baker, Kumbo Baker, lives near the city of Muscle Shoals.
He lives in Town Creek, Alabama, which is
we met him in we hooked up with him in Alabama at the this dead hunt camp.
I'm still there talking
he's
to him.
about 20 minutes outside of Muscle Shoals, I think.
Well, yeah, I know. He was standing around talking to him. We didn't know it was him.
No, great conversation. I mean, it was cool. I was like,
I
oh,
didn't really.
it more surprised me that I didn't realize it was him. I was like, oh, hey.
Tina says, Ben, you good? Blink twice.
Yeah, you remember the Oak Ridge boys?
Sure.
Yeah.
Elvira.
You remember the one with a real long beard?
Yeah.
I walked up to him and I said, I'm looking for the Oak Ridge boys. I wanted their autograph. And he said, well, I'm one of them. I was like, oh, okay. I forgot.
He's got long hair too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Naomi says, I haven't written for Cam in a long time. He's putting out some good stories, though. I didn't hear his latest.
No, I hadn't heard nothing from him.
So apparently, Mr. Lee looked up some U.S. statistics today, and Alabama has the lowest Muslim population.
Has the lowest what?
Muslim population. I guess Mr.
Oh.
Lee's going to move. I don't know. We can hope.
Yeah. Yeah, we try to keep them out of here.
Well, we know where Mr. Lee's headed.
Yeah, right.
You know, the funniest thing about it was we lived right across the road from a black couple, and they were real nice. You know, I'd go over, help them out, mow their grass, whatever they needed, you know, because they were elderly. One day I walked in, and the Twin Towers got attacked. I said, them damn Muslims will do anything, won't they? And they both turned around and looked at me, and they said, we're both Muslims. They never spoke to me again, and they moved.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I didn't even get a chance to apologize, you know, and say, hey, I'm not saying about all Muslims, you know, just the terrorist ones.
Wow. Well, that's, you know, unfortunately it happens.
Yeah. I was just in the wrong place to voice my right opinion.
So Alabama's the lowest and New York is the highest.
Hey, has anybody seen the Ty Oran, the traveling clap? He's Israel. He's from Israel, and he's got his own channel. It's Ty T-A-I Oran, the traveling clap, C-L-A-T-T, I think. He showed a video yesterday that I watched. The Gays for Palestine actually did go to Palestine to help support.
Did they really?
Yeah, and they bound them together and they throw them off the damn roof, one at a time.
I don't know. I heard something about that, but I thought it was like a.
Yeah, Ty Oran, he's aired it on YouTube.
Naomi, that's awesome. That's huge.
That's very, and I'm sorry that you're having issues, Naomi. But I'm glad you're getting something done. That's cool. You feel better. Pray for you.
Absolutely.
We send our prayers towards you.
Michael says, I had the traveling clap one time.
Ben says that's fucking hilarious.
Little shot in the ass. He was good to go.
Yeah.
Naomi says, yeah, it means I'm getting better, I hope.
Yeah, I'd say. It's good. It's got to feel good to get it out.
Wait, who said he did too? Mr. Lee says, Michael Haywood, me too, bro.
Yeah, I gotta call the tag office tomorrow again, see if I gotta get in touch with the state over my tag. I didn't get it renewed last year, and we've been driving around on
Yeah, you said that. You got to
Yeah.
stop.
it. Yeah.
You got to stop going through those red lights, and stop signs.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I could be just like my grandpa. You know, I told you about his driver's license. He got it whenever he was 16 or 14, and he was 85 and had his wreck and never had them renewed. I could probably do my tag the same way.
You see what Michael wrote?
Michael says I sprayed that purple medicine for dogs on it. cured up that traveling clap.
All I kept thinking is he sat in my car.
I gotta spray those sleets.
I know.
Oh shit! I just sat in that seat.
You did.
I got it. I'll be back. You go check something.
Oh, Lord.
Damn you, Michael.
Michael always has a good comeback on something.
Excuse me.
I swear.
Northwood says a guy I knew who worked on the base hospital in the Philippines said it was his worst assignment because of all the STD problems people showed up with. I believe it.
I saw that Ukraine wasted 5,000 Russian soldiers yesterday in one battle.
Jesus.
I didn't see anything about that. I don't watch the normal news.
Michael said that part is true. I did sit in both y'all's vehicles.
Oh yeah. Is that why my dog is itching?
Oh
She was the
no.
last one to sit in the back seat after you, Michael. I've been giving her medicine ever since. So I'm wondering when that started.
I used to enjoy going to the vet with our dogs and watching how he carried on with them. He would always slip up and give his own self the shot instead of a dog and then charge you for it.
Naomi says Cheap Trick Surrender is playing in my head right now. You just seem a little weird. Surrender. Surrender.
I ain't heard that song in years.
No, it's a good song.
Mr. Lee.
Mr. Lee, quit pushing that agenda.
Anyway, according to Chris Bledsoe, we have the second coming of Jesus Christ to look forward to this Easter. That's what, next week?
Yeah. Yeah, the 20th was spring, and then the first week in April will be Easter.
It's the 5th,
After Good Friday.
which is the 3rd.
Yeah.
Some Indonesian junk that's going around. What is that?
Well, we got plenty of Indonesians here now. Buddhist.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Excuse me. I love that Cheap Trick song, Reach Out, from the heavy metal soundtrack.
You know, that's talking about Muslims and Indians. Any gas station you stop at here in North Alabama is run by somebody from India.
Okay, what?
I said any gas station you stop at here in North Alabama is run by somebody from India.
I'll tell you what. It's in South Alabama. It's in Central Alabama. It's in Florida. It's in
Oh yeah.
it's in every friggin' state.
Yep.
It's all over. Any small convenience store is Indian run.
Yeah, I know. And if we peeved off India, you know, we'd be screwed on gas and oil because we couldn't stop at a service station. They'd all close them up on us.
No, they wouldn't.
No,
They're not gonna miss $1.
nope.
They'd protest us. That'd be
They're not
bad.
You're not gonna skip
They're
a
here
beat.
for the money, the
Yeah.
business. They're not looking to protest.
Ain't that true? They making the money though.
Oh, it's a line from surrender. The whole Indonesian thing. That's
Well-
right. It was 20th was Ben's anniversary. So that's been a week almost.
And you just now say something.
22 years. Well, no, he mentioned it. No, he mentioned it the other day too.
Sorry. Happy anniversary.
That's funny. May we'll be living here for 9 years in this spot.
So we're going on what? 4 years soon?
Yeah.
Here?
Wait,
3? 3.5? I don't know.
3,
You gotta be coming up third year.
Yeah.
4th year. I don't know.
3rd,
It's my 4th summer, so it's 1, 2, 3 years.
3 years. Yep. In June.
Yeah, been 4 years since you passed through
Yeah, it's been about that. Damn. Fuck is the time going?
Right?
here. I know it. It's like you snap your finger and you're in the future.
Mr. Lee says that he and his girlfriend have been together for 30 years in May. Good for you, Mr. Lee.
Wow.
You know, I saw this thing.
That's awesome.
Go ahead. I seen this thing on YouTube. They said science has proven that we are moving closer to a 25-hour day.
Okay.
That would mean the Earth is slowing down. I don't see that happening myself.
It would take a while for it to get to, it'd take years. I mean, no, how long would that take to fucking. The days are
Well,
getting longer.
Yeah, it only gets like a millisecond for every 10 years.
Yeah, you know how long it would take to. Yeah, I ain't gonna be allowed to see it. Nobody listening to this either is gonna see that.
Yeah, I
change.
mean, the Earth rotating on its axis, I don't believe we'll be here for that neither.
Oh, Ben's youngest or oldest son is 17 today. So happy birthday to your son, buddy.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Well, everybody is digging up some of these old maps and showing where there is a hole at the pole where Admiral Byrd flew into, supposedly. And actually, the old maps do show a pretty humongous hole there, you know. But they don't talk about it. It just shows a hole there. Admiral Byrd, he flew the plane into it. So, but if
Northwood says if the Earth is slowing down, it's because my ex has her own gravity field. What a drag.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't follow too much on the Arctic.
It's just weird that we're not allowed to go visit there.
Do you want to?
Well,
No, but
Do you like the snow? Do you like playing in the
well,
cold?
if I was somebody that liked to explore places, yeah, I'd like to go. But what I'm
Well, I
doing
mean,
now,
but they have expeditions there, but they have boundaries.
Yeah.
Places you just can't go. So
we're not the only ones.
no,
Nobody can.
I'm not losing sleep over it.
No, it's too cold.
So you're saying there's a huge ice hole at the South Pole? That's what Northwoods is asking.
well, where Admiral Byrd flew into, yeah. And that, what was that? Paperclip? What they called it? Operation Paperclip or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember anyway. It's when Admiral Byrd flew in. They was all over there on the expedition, and he flew into the giant hole and supposedly flew through Earth and everything. People are starting to drag up old maps from way back. It's funny how the ancient people was better mappers than we are today because they show stuff that we don't see.
Mappers?
Yeah, mappers. What is it called? Topography? Topography?
Cryptography. Something like that. Whatever. I know. Everybody else knows what you mean too.
Yeah.
Ben says Operation High Jump. Oh, so that was it.
Yeah, speaking of maps. Yeah, it was something like that. Go to Periscope Films. They show a lot of old stuff.
You're right, Nam. A cartography. My bad. I'm like cryptography.
Yeah.
Of course, I said cryptography.
But anyway, Periscope Films on YouTube, they show a lot of those old films from the Navy and Air Force and all. And that's where Admiral Byrd's, they show that one there on that channel.
Apparently, Northwoods' ex is dentist. Told her she's got to stop using the vibrator. Keep chipping her teeth, huh? Anyway. Topographer. Okay. Oh, man.
I couldn't draw you a map if I wanted to.
Mr. Lee says, I've been watching Irish dancing all week. Now the girlfriend wants me to take lessons. What the fuck? River says, I came across the Yowie at a frozen dam, so I kicked him in the ice hole. That's how you catch polar bear.
Hey, I'm gonna get off here. I'm getting tired, man. I'm still wore out from working on the truck and all. So
go get some sleep.
I'll let y'all later.
Good to see you, David.
All right, David.
All right, y'all take care.
Take care. What's up, Ben?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing,
Wanted
man?
to tell y'all hello, man.
Oh, hey, hold on. I got to turn this down a little bit.
She thought I had cheese.
What do you got?
I opened a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, no, nothing for you, Maya.
I should.
It's not morning yet. Every morning, Stevie has coffee and
Cheese.
usually like mozzarella cheese string cheese,
Yeah.
and She dips it in coffee, and that's how she eats her cheese. Well, Maya always gets a bit of cheese. You know, she'll always throw her piece of cheese, and somebody just opened up a pack of cigarettes, and Maya comes like running
I
over,
heard the
like,
plastic from
what do you got?
it
Yeah.
was cheese. It was funny because Sunday I was sitting here. He's at work. Maya's laid out in front of the TV, and she's knocked out for a good hour or so since we've been outside. I came in, made a cup of coffee, and I sat down, and she was knocked out. I had a piece of cheese, and I was slowly opening it so that she wouldn't hear it because she'd come running. And I shit you not, I got it to anybody that's opened up string cheese, you know, you spread the two pieces and it got stuck, so it yanked hard, and she heard it. She looked up at me. I was like, oh.
She's no fool.
No, she knows the sound.
She would have
Oh,
smelled it.
absolutely.
She absolutely knows. But it was just funny.
So, how's you been fishing, dude?
No, not well. I did go today, just around my house. I caught like 4 little bass, man. This pond needs to be cold. Like somebody needs to keep the little bass because they are just rampant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Catch shit. I was out there this afternoon.
Michael Haywood's been catching them.
I tried.
Yeah, you said what,
I tried
30
minnow.
chocolate?
I tried a
Yeah.
worm. I tried 2 different. I gave up. It was a little bit windy out here
Yeah.
this afternoon. That
River Mars says device is not connected. If you can hear, I see you back there, but you got to make sure your mic and your camera are all ready to go.
Yeah, that happened to me last week. I mean, it changed all of a sudden. I don't know why, but you know, it did.
As far as it picked up,
Uh,
how did you said it changed? What, the fishing?
no. Like coming on the StreamYard with y'all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You remember? So it took me a few times to try to. I had to go in the settings on my phone.
Right. I'm gonna remove you from the studio real quick. Try again, River, but make sure your camera and your microphone are on.
But yeah, but what?
Naomi says, you know what they say about Irish dancers, Mr. Lee. He says, Naomi, yes, that's why girlfriend wants me to have lessons. What were you going to say, Ben? I'm sorry.
What David was talking about was Operation High Jump, which is may or may not be a real thing with Admiral Richard Byrd. So they supposedly sent him to Antarctica, and supposedly his fleet was swarmed with UFOs.
Oh, didn't they have like swastikas on them?
Exactly. Yeah. That's what he's talking about.
Okay.
But the NVTV thing, man, that's a lot of bullshit.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't watch it. I don't even get like ads for it.
No,
Like I can go through anything. I don't see NVTV on there.
Yeah.
I watch occasionally. Just out of curiosity.
Richie says, Dawn's making me watch 7 Little Johnsons on TLC. Sorry, buddy.
I have no idea what that means.
We'll just leave it at that. Good luck with that. Just fall asleep or something, dude. You'll be all right. Feisty Kitty, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
She says, hi, buddy. It's been a hot minute since
I
I
was
saw you.
just getting ready to say it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Good to see you.
Very good to see you. Hope you're well.
I'm just reading what Tina said. If my dog is off her food, I always put strong cheddar on top. She laps it up. This is Mr. Lee.
They love cheese.
But my
Oh, yeah.
dog,
If I open just a strip of American cheese or whatever you want to call it, process something. Yeah, she'll come running.
dude, when I cook me some fried eggs in the morning, my dogs love butter. Hey, River, what's up, brother?
How you doing, River?
Hey, how you going out there, you mob?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, hey, good to see you fellas. Hey, Ben, happy
Hey, what's
anniversary, brother.
Oh, thank you,
Happy
my brother.
anniversary, brother.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
it's a good slog, but it's worth it, eh?
Oh, yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Good on you, brother. Well done, mate.
Definitely is.
Well done. How you going, Stevie B?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good, sister. Yeah, good, good. I've been doing a lot of mosaics and getting
Yeah.
arty and crafty, but more, like, oh, mate. It does your nut in, like does your head in, mate, when you're doing mosaics. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, it's like that breakfast cereal. You gotta get it just right,
Oh yeah. My sister does mosaic. She at one time had a little shop, but she collects all of her. She gets sea glass and the materials that she uses. She collects. She'll go out and about and go everywhere. But she does some good work too. She draws it out and then
Yeah, cool.
she's done furniture.
Yeah.
She's
Good night,
done
Jim.
a lot of big pieces. I think it's
Oh,
interesting.
yeah.
It's definitely an art. It sure is.
I'm ignorant about this
Yeah, well,
subject. Is it a painting?
No, it's
No.
mosaics, like gluing all
Oh.
different tile together, or
Oh, okay. Okay.
for
Yeah, we got tire cutters and all, mate. They're all this fancy stuff to do, mosaic.
Yeah.
I've seen mosaics, but I've never been involved with doing it. But
Seen it
now,
made. Yeah.
oh mate, look, it's deadly. Like deadly means good in our Aboriginal lingo, our slang,
Yeah.
Sure.
Deadly means good, We say,
Yeah.
oh, that's deadly, that's good, But yeah, there's a lot of mosaics and stuff. So I'm getting into it, and I'm in the process of doing a booger in the bush, like in walking through the scrub, like Yowie Dooligal, walking through
Yeah.
the bush. Yeah, I've got to draw it first, and then I'll just outline it all, with these, do it all with mosaic. Yeah, all the different. Yeah, it's going to take me forever. I'll give it a crack and I'll show you.
right on.
Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
not something quick. You put a lot of time and thought into it. It's
Oh,
a lot
mate,
of work.
oh, mate, but the outcome will be good because there's buyers out there.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
For that
Yes.
sort of thing, especially in the Bigfoot world, like our
Oh,
Yowies. See, down under, there's a lot of people that know about our Yowies but hadn't come forward, but they're not we haven't got Yowie museums or anything like that.
Yeah.
Really?
We go in and not like Bigfoot museums and all the places you got up there.
Well, maybe you should. Now that's your calling, River. You have to open a
Uh-oh.
museum.
Now I've been thinking about this, brother Moggs. Yeah, just as you said it, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Seriously.
Not a bad idea.
But you reckon the government's going to help this black fella from down under his that? Look, custodian of the country, mate. Now, this government people got to know that there's fucking Yowies out there, right?
Yep.
I mean,
Probably.
it's the same deal with you fellas. Now, our government keeps pushing it under the carpet. Because, there's people that send messages into the parliament, to our local, people who look after the communities and that. And they say, yep, okay, River, I'll talk to the next in charge. And you go, yeah, rightio. Yeah, good on you, Steve. Thanks, bro. You don't hear from him for fucking months, and then you've got to ring him and say, hey, if any more push in regards to getting something to go on about, protecting our Yowies.
Yeah.
Because people don't want to go out there and fucking shoot them, mate. You know?
Yeah.
Just
It sounds like government ineptitude is universal, huh?
Yeah, brother. But
So,
anyway, get back to
River,
that.
Mr. Lee has a question.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the PG, the Patterson Gimlin film hoax?
It doesn't really fucking matter anything to me
Right?
That's what I say.
because we know they're real.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen my Yowies like our Dooligar.
That's what I said.
It doesn't
you can't
affect
change.
change people's experiences. It's
Yeah.
just something that we
That's it.
thought was real is wrong. Right?
Yeah, you know, it's funny you should say that because there was supposed to be a dividing thing. There was supposed to be a division, wasn't there? Like, will this divide the Bigfoot fraternity, like the people? You know, will this be a divide? You know, down under Australia, I was talking to a lad down here who's a fair dinkum, like he's a believer and he's a knower. Anyway, and he said to me, he said, we don't have to worry about that sort of shit up there in America with Bigfoot, with Patterson Gimlin, PG, because we've never had that. We've never had that where people have got a camera out there on horseback or, you know, might be
Yeah.
on a kangaroo. Like, he could be on a kangaroo fucking, you know, taking the fucking shot. But, you know,
Good point. Yeah.
but I mean,
I just think it's because, you know, it's so old.
but see, we
And
never had that problem down under, even though our Yowies are the same fucking deal as the Bigfoot, Sasquatch, boogers in America, brother.
Yeah.
They're the same deal, but we're not worried about the PG business, mate. Like, we don't give a fuck because
Oh no,
it doesn't affect
personally,
us.
I know it doesn't matter. It's just that a lot of people put a lot of stock in it, you know, and it started a lot of people's interests. But they have to realize just because, you know, now that you're involved in it, and you know, maybe you're having experiences, maybe you know people have had experiences. If that's a fake, it doesn't change a goddamn thing. Nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't.
right,
I think
brother.
it's a lot of nostalgia.
I just think people are looking for arguments.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, they're just putting it out there,
doesn't
just
matter.
who's going to bite, you know? Yeah, but, you know, like I always think before I open my mouth, you know? And like a lot of fuckwits don't, you know?
You're right. You are right.
You know, yeah, you know, you got to choose
Jason
what
Finch,
you
good
say.
to see you.
Good to see you, Jason.
Hey, g'day to the mob in chat. How you going up there? Take care and God bless, eh?
Hey, how did you describe the guy that you talked to about, like a younger guy who was a witness? You called him something, and I wanted to ask you what that meant, but I forgot what you said.
Who were you talking to me?
Yeah, man.
Oh, right, huh? Yeah. What are you talking about again?
I don't remember how you described him.
Who?
The other guy. There's a certain term you use that I don't understand what it means.
Well, I can't remember what I said now, brother.
Yeah, I'm sure, man.
Woolagal, but as in Yowie way, or you talking about the other word for Yowie? Or
No. I was talking about how you describe the gentleman.
oh, that bloke, or that fella, or that. No, geez, I'll have to watch this back now and see what I said.
I don't know.
And don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it, man.
That's probably the way I talk, mate. It's our Aussie fucking slang, right? It just fucks everyone up when they come to Australia. I've met a lot of people from overseas here, right? Especially the Irish blokes, you know, especially the Irish blokes. They go, "Where you from?" And I said, I'm from Tipperary. I said, "I'll be fucked." I said, I know a lot of Irish fellas down here, mate. And they say to me, they say, "What the fuck you seen, River?" And I'm going, "This is the way this is the way I talk. This is my Aussie way of my Aboriginal way of talking." And that's, you know.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
It's just something that I've said that you misunderstood in regards to.
I think you called them fair dinkum.
Yeah. Exactly. What is that?
What, fair
Jesus,
dinkum?
true.
Do you mean the word fair dinkum?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes,
Fair dinkum,
exactly.
mate. Fair dinkum, mate. You've got to be fucking joking. Yeah, that's how fair dinkum's put into a sentence with our Aussie way. Fair dinkum means like, oh, true. Yeah, like
No
that's
shit.
really
Yeah.
no shit. Yeah, like but it's fair dinkum, mate.
Okay.
Right.
Fair
Fair
dinkum means like true.
True.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
No
like
shit.
fair dinkum.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, like
Cool.
fuck shit, man. Yeah, cool. You know, like yeah.
Yeah, dude. I got you. I got you.
Now I'm being fair dinkum.
Yeah. I've
See?
always wondered what that meant. I've heard that a lot of times, and I've always wondered. I'm glad to now I know what it means.
Clear that up.
Hey, and you're hearing this from a tribal fella down under too, mate. You know?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Preferably from the horse's mouth.
Right.
You're getting it from the real Australian fella down here, mate.
I got you, brother.
You can't
It's a
get any more
pleasure to talk
Australian.
to you, man.
You cannot get any more Australian than me, brother Ben.
I hear you, man.
Yeah. You know, and I'm proud. Hey, look, I love me white mates. I've got a lot of white mates, mate. Look, and after a time they get around thinking they're like me, like Aboriginal fella, and people are going, "But you ain't black, but you talk like them." he said, "I'm learning." Yeah.
I'm learning.
It's all good, mate. It's all good.
Tina says, waiting on it, Mr. Lee, but my opinion remains the same. They are real. Well, it shouldn't change your opinion whether they're real or not.
Yeah, and Mr. Tina, I don't doubt they're real, but the PG film might be fake.
It could be.
Like,
Doesn't matter either way.
no,
Exactly. Exactly.
I agree.
Uh, hey, you fellas will start getting warm up there too soon, eh?
Already, we're getting warm.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh,
How's
yeah.
your weather? Is it starting to change yet? Cooling down?
No, it's beautiful down here at the moment, mate. Oh yeah, you're probably looking around about 85 Fahrenheit. 80,
No, wow.
85.
That's about where we are.
That's right about where we're at.
We're ready.
Hey, that's good. And plus we're in autumn, which is your fall, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a bit of a history written again in regards to where I am is the longest that they've had this kind of weather in the week straight in this area for the last something like 30 years or something like that, something stupid. Anyway, and I was yarning with an old fella about it at the news agency this morning, see? He said, "Hey, Cobber." And I said, "Hey, uncle, what you doing?" And he said, "I got to tell you something about times never on your fucking side." He said, "Look, and they reckon there's no such thing as global change. You know, like climate change. Climate change," he said. Yeah. And well, and Unc's 84, so he's been around the traps, you know. He knows. He said the weather has changed dramatically, not only here in Australia, but around the world, you know, globally, mate.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because, I mean, like we had cyclones just a week ago. Well, no, it's still happening, actually, going across the top of Darwin up in the north of Australia. And that comes from nowhere, Cyclone Natalie, which is, no, Narelle. Hey, funny you should say that. I knew two Narelles and Natalie and Narelle. And they were cyclones, mate. They could fight them women. They used to play pool. Yeah. Narelle and Natalie, they were twins, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, half Filipino and half Aboriginal, brother.
Oh,
And they lived in this place up in Northern Territory called 12 Emus. That's the name of this place, right?
really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. The population's about, I don't know, 25, probably about 50 counting the dogs, or probably 100 counting the dogs. And brother, you got, and there's one store there which is like your news agents, your post office, and kind of a convenience store there. And but it's branched out a lot more now. But they had these two sisters. They were from up there, brother, and they played pool. And they'd be at the pub all the time.
And they fight.
Absolutely, brother. And they'd fight over nothing. You know, like they partner in pool, like they'd be pool partners. They playing against other partners. And they
Uh-huh.
were playing drinks, like schooners, like beers, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, oh yeah. And one of the girls played a bad shot, which cost the game because they were both broke. They didn't have any money to pay, you know. Anyway, one of the girls, she missed the black, and it was set up well. Her sister mate just cracked her on the side of the head with a pool cue. Well, oh yeah, it sunk her, mate. Dropped her like a bag of potatoes, you know. Anyway, and then the sister got up, mate, and it was it. They had a toe-to-toe fighting all the way around the bar, all around the pool table.
So they got to the door.
They fought for 3 minutes and then got put outside. Then they fought for another 5 minutes outside, and someone bought them a drink, and they were best buddies again, and they went in and played pool again.
Well, they got out of paying for those drinks, I'm sure.
Well, after that, mate, they didn't have to pay for a thing.
I used to do that. I used to walk into a bar and have just enough money for a drink and a game of pool. And we play for drinks. And the trick is, don't lose.
That's the
I
one.
play pool and drink all night for free.
Play your shots carefully and think of what your next shot will be.
No, I used to play a lot of pool.
Same here, brother. I did heaps. We used to play against other pubs, like I was telling you, when we left them with Achy Breaky Heart on the jukebox that time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this was a highfalutin establishment. We used to play pool against other pubs in Sydney, in New South Wales.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah.
A league played. Yeah.
Yes, that's the one, brother. Yeah. And they, you know, you come across the snooty ones, you know, like they think they're like, yeah, they think they can, yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because their cue sticks are more expensive than yours.
Well, we could discuss that another time, but you know. So Ben, things going good with you, bro?
Oh yeah, brother.
That's good.
As
That's
good as
good,
it can go.
Yep, that's cool. Louisiana, eh?
Yes, sir.
A good part of the world, I reckon, eh?
It's really good for like fishing and being really hot, and it's very scenic. You know, it's
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah,
But you know, a lot of snakes, a lot of alligators.
yeah, yeah.
I'm sure that's something that you are not unfamiliar with. But instead of alligators, crocodiles.
Well,
Tyler, what's up?
Yeah, same deal, mate, but just different country, that's all.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, well, we got a lot of floods up there, and as I was saying, with that cyclone, or would you fellas call it hurricane or something, don't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, we call it hurricanes.
Righto. Anyway, it was a category 4 that went across the top. Now, there was crocodiles that got not washed down, but that was living in the estuaries.
Yeah.
And when those rivers started to fill, those crocodiles had no choice but to go with the flow, bro. That's why they call me River, because that's why they name me River, because I go with the flow. And
Yeah.
these crocodiles had they had no choice but to go with the flow, you know. They were finding crocodiles, bro, about 1,000 kilometers from where they live.
Oh,
That was going down south. There was one place where I used to live when I was with the RAF, the Air Force, just up the road. Well, Newcastle, it's a big thriving town now, city on the coast of New South Wales in Australia, on the east coast. Now, there's no crocodiles, nothing in them rivers, mate. You know, there's only not barramundi, but you know, your cod, you know, all your different fish, all your mackerels and all this sort of thing. You know, anyway, you know, the fishing side of things. But there's no crocodiles, mate. All of a sudden, there's about 4 or 5 of these big salties had turned up in this place where there's never been a crocodile in. It's never supposed to be there at all. It's a different state. And and here they are down, and these fellas stumbled across it. They just happened to be at this recreation area where they'd pulled in, and it's up high, so they could have a look down with their cameras and everything. And there was a film crew down there, and it was a local television station.
Mhm.
And they put it across, like, I don't know if you might have seen it in America on NBC or something like that, but yeah, these crocs got washed down. And mate, you imagine them people out there going for a walk, taking their dogs. Now they wouldn't know what a crocodile fucking was up there where these fellas are.
Yeah.
They've heard of them, yeah, sure, Some of them probably been to the wildlife sanctuaries and seen crocodiles, but to have them live in your backyard when they're not even supposed to be there is a whole different shooting match, brother.
Well, it's
Yeah,
funny, it's a different state, but
Oh yeah, these people were
alligators
shooting-
don't have the borders.
Yeah,
Or
they were
crocodiles.
shooting themselves, mate.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah. And the fellas who they called in, the rangers and that, they had no idea how to sort. They wanted to shoot this thing, and I'm going, no, you can't be shooting them. But they had to call in the crocodile rescue mob to come and get them, mate. Because no
And
one
what
knew
do-
how to
what-
handle them. 'Cause,
What do they do with the crocodiles? Relocate them?
yeah, brother, yeah, relocating them. Yeah,
So over here, there's if an alligator is like over I think 6 feet, you can call a nuisance officer and they will shoot them.
yeah.
Y'all don't have that over there?
The only time we have that if it's close to a camping area, but then look, brother, there's signs everywhere saying,
Yeah.
like in Chinese and all the languages, brother, like means don't fucking go near the fucking water, you idiots. There's crocodiles. There's fucking big pictures of them, bro. There's pictures of crocodiles.
Yeah, damn.
These people still go in there and they get fucking killed, man, by these crocodiles, but they can't, like there's big signs, brother. Big, huge
Yeah,
signs.
yeah.
We have this same thing here with people walking their dogs too close to the water, and a crocodile comes up for the dog.
Difference
There you
between
go.
our signs and yours is that our signs say no feeding, no molesting.
Molesting.
Do not molest
Do
the
not
alligator.
molest the alligator.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, really.
Okay.
Yeah, well, fuck. What are you going to
Tell me
excuse me
first.
for a minute? Yeah, excuse me for a minute. I'm just going to molest this alligator for a bit. Nah.
I'm true story. There's signs that say
There's
it
a, there's
everywhere.
a sign literally 50 yards from where I'm sitting right now that says, "Do not molest the crocodiles or the alligators."
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I believe you, man. I believe you, man. Fuck. Like, mate. But these people still do it. I mean, they still go there and they still swim
believe
there.
it.
And like,
I
but I
believe you.
always say you can't educate mugs and put brains in statues.
Ben Naoma says you have to remember, Ben, everything in Australia is trying to kill you.
This is
Oh, I know it. I know it.
And
I'm
you know what it is?
resisting right now,
Hey, and it's
asking them
kindness.
about snakes because we already talked about that.
Naoma, it's kindness. We'll kill you with kindness more than any other kind of reptile or
Naomi says,
amphibian.
"Please don't fuck the alligators."
Hey?
But dude, one thing you did say is like the very rapid elevation of cyclones and hurricanes and shit like that. That's something I've never known about before, but it's happening.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, it happens up the North Queensland, up in Cairns, a place called Cairns, which is up the top end of Queensland on the east coast of Australia.
Hmm.
That's where it travelled. Where you got Tornado Alley and all that sort of thing. Well,
Yeah.
that's the cycle. That's the pathway up that way. But it all comes down. You see, everything, all that water's got to come down. It comes down south. hits all these estuaries, hits all these places, all these rivers that's having that water for something like, 2 or 3 years. Next thing you know, bang, they're loaded. And there's nowhere for the water to go, bro. Everything's so dry and it just runs.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then, like the, like
Right
dairy
now, our 50th state, Hawaii, is flooding.
Flooding.
They're having
Yeah,
flash
it
flood.
is. Oh,
Wow.
sure
there, you
is.
go. There you go.
Well, the summers here in Florida, we get thunderstorms every day. We look forward to them because by the afternoon, you've had enough of the sun and the heat. You look for that relief for a minute. Doesn't last. Thunderstorms roll in, they roll out. Here lately, in the past year, I want to say, these thunderstorms that are rolling in and rolling out are damn near just as bad as tropical storms. I mean, the winds, the level of the winds that have enhanced over just the past year, it's insane. I've lived here 25 years.
You're
Never
right.
seen the severity of the storms that we've had in the last year. Just average daily thunderstorms.
Recently, River, we had 18 inches of rain in
What was it, 24 hours?
less than 24
Less than
hours.
24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it just pounded.
So Naoma says, my husband and I both dream of a time when we can visit Australia. He is a
Yeah.
huge Easy Beats fan and Midnight Oil and a few other bands. For his reasons is for music. Mine is for nature and yowies.
Ooh, you're talking to the right fella here, mate. I can show you around.
Yeah, I
River be a tour guide.
my buddy who just went to Panama to go birding, he was the one who asked me. He says, dude, ask River if I made it to Australia, could he show us around?
Yeah.
That's why I asked you that time. Because now he's on this, he wants to go and bird.
Australia.
Birds. He wants to go.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah.
Bumping the Night Monsters, what's up?
Take you to the caves. Hey, don't tell me Bernie Bunyip's in the building.
There he is.
Ah, Mr. Bernie Bunyip. How you going, son? How are you and Sister Beatrice Bunyip up there in Coos Bay in Oregon? I think he's been busy than a cucumber in a women's prison, I think.
God damn. I never heard that one before.
Well, I mean, come on. They've got to eat, man. They've got to eat.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Come on, you fellas. Get it right up there and come on. You know what it's like.
Oh, shit.
It's a bloody Aussie slang, mate.
That was a good one. Oh man, that was a good one. Shit.
That's the way you say it too, Ben.
Yeah, you're right. Still laughing about that.
You'll be laughing. You're gonna wake up laughing about that shit. You're gonna just open your eyes, it's gonna pop in your head, and you're just gonna start laughing.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben,
Hey, brother, what's up?
there's something I haven't shared with you, mate.
What's that?
That now with my Aboriginal culture, right? Like I'm Aboriginal, Australian Aboriginal,
Yeah.
all right? In my time of life, as sitting here yarning with you, Mob, I've been asked 14 times in my life how long I've been Aboriginal. That is fair income, mate. That's fair income, mate.
I believe you.
No shit.
People are that fucking stupid.
Oh my God, yeah, man.
It's about 2 weeks now. How about you?
Yeah, you know, I was feeling a bit pale last week, you know.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, I was Irish.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, bro, that's tricky, eh? You know,
Caucasian.
Yeah.
you know, I kind of think to myself,
With a really good tan.
Yes.
like, are they on some sort of
Oh, we
drug
lost
or what's going on? You know, they on some sort of a drug or something? Surely they can see, you know, and they ask that question. But anyway, we've lost Ben.
Naoma says, did you respond by asking how long they've been abnormal?
Well, actually, I did. I said, "How long have you been stupid?" Yeah.
But it's
Man,
the
I was
same
laughing so hard I accidentally hit a button.
questions. Mr.
Oh,
Reed says, they have a good comeback.
Well, you know, can I tell you about comebacks before we go?
I'm not going anywhere.
That's good. Well, can I tell you something about a comeback?
Where the hell did 2 hours go? Wait a minute.
I just said.
Right out.
That's fine. Go right ahead. Talk your head off, River.
Well, you know, it ain't going to be long, but this is true story, mate. Up in Queensland, and there's a place called Brisbane, which is it's the capital of Queensland, right?
Sure.
And there's a rugby league team there called the Broncos, like rugby league, NRL,
Uh-huh.
right? They've got a Broncos League club. Anyway, I work for this trucking company, driving interstate, and we carted hospital beds all around Australia. We were getting loaded up in Brisbane, so we weren't moving until the next day. So we went to the Broncos League Club to have a couple of sherbets, like beers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Only two of us, me and Trevor, the bloke by the name of Trevor, see. Anyway, we got to the Broncos League Club. We're standing there. We're got our beers. We found the table. We went and sat down. See. Anyway, there's all this commotion happening down at the other end of this establishment scene. It was the young fellas. They're about, I don't know, 25, 26-year-old fellas. They're all with rugby league. They're all players, and they're having their end of the year like get together. See. So anyway, me and Trev's got this table and we're sitting there having a yarn, you know, and having a beer anyway. And I said, I'll go up, brother, I'll get the next one. Anyway, I've gone up to the bar, see, you know, I'm the only one at the bar. And the barman come along and he said to me, hey, mate, how you going? I said, yeah, good, brother. He said, the same. I said, yeah, brother. Anyway, this woman walked up, you know, and I said, hello, how are you? And she said, yeah, good, thank you. She said, can I ask you a question? And I said, yeah. Are you Aboriginal? And I said, matter of fact, I am. She said, well, can I ask you something else? And I said, yeah. She said, when you die, what are you going to come back as? And I said, well, that's funny you should talk about that because, but do you know a bit about Aboriginal culture, do you? And she said, yeah, I do. I know some Aboriginal friends of mine. And I said, okay, fair enough. So she said, and just as she about to ask me again what I'm going to come back as, this bloke walked up, must have been a boyfriend, see, and he was drunk, mate. He was drunk, you know. Anyway, he come up and he said to her, he said, oh, what are you talking to him about? And she said, oh, I'm just asking him about, you know, when he dies, what's he going to come back as? Anyway, and he looked at me and looked me up and down, you know. Anyway, and he started to get cheeky in that, you know, and he was saying, oh, yeah, so what are you going to come back as? Anyway, and I said, you want to know? And he said, yeah. And I said, righto. I said, when I come back, I'm going to come back as dog shit. He said, what? And she even looked at me and said, what? And I said, yeah, I'm going to come back as dog shit. And they said, why you want to come back as dog shit? And I said, after 2 days, you turn white and the cops won't pick you up. Yeah, so that fucked them. They just walked away, you know. So we just carried on with our beers, had a bit of a laugh, and thought, well, there you go. The younger generation got no idea, mate.
No.
You know, even today, mate. Even today, you know, there's no respect with our younger generation with the elders and that, you know. No, true, brother, with the older people, you know.
Wow, y'all have that same problem?
That respect, yeah, brother. Yeah, brother, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we at?
Sad.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know, it's not only here, it's all around the world, mate. Different generation, different, you know. Yeah. All I want to do is sit behind their desk and play PS2s and ones.
I was
and
just
all
going
these
to say,
games.
and you have technology to blame.
Yeah.
Mate, what we've been doing is getting these young fellas from fucking in jail, you know, like in the what they've been doing is in like the juvenile detention centres, you know. They've been getting them and taking them out bush, out in Australia and out the scrub, you know. Taking them out there and putting them to some work and letting them build things like huts and shacks and buildings and stuff for people, for the old people out there. Because, brother, in Australia, in Northern Territory, right, there's Aboriginal people still living up there with fuck all water, living in tin shacks, tin sheds, mate, put together by tin and tied up with fucking kangaroo seniors that you get from the legs of the kangaroo after you kill them and eat them, you know. And they're still living, mate, like Gilligan's Island type shit, you know.
Yeah.
But there's no water around them. And there was this Prime Minister, mate. He went up there and shut the water off to those people up there in Northern Territory at this tribe, bro. Hey, you know, that's wrong, mate. You don't do that. You know, like our government sucks, man, when it comes to our people. You know what? We're not even rated as second-class citizens. I reckon we're pushed down to third-class citizens we're here on our own land, and we're the custodians, mate. But we're treated like shit. You know,
It's a shame.
it is,
Yeah.
brother. Look at all the fucking land they took off.
It's a common thing with governments treating the natives,
brother.
or the Aboriginals, or the First Nations. They all get treated like shit, and I apologize.
Hey, brother, but you know, you look
Sucks.
at all that land. You look at all the land that we got down here. That the white men come along and they took uranium, they took all the fucking iron ore. They're still doing it. They're still doing it, you know. And we got no recognition for that, and that's on our Aboriginal land. You know, that's why it's left like that. Mother Earth wants to keep things beautiful in that area because it's our continent, it's our part of our land, you know. And these fellas come along and they talk stupid shit to our old elders. You know, they say, oh yeah, we promise you this, we'll give you this for that, you know. Yeah, fuck off. We know what you're doing, pal. You know? Yeah, so that's what's been happening anyway. I don't want to yarn about it. I want to get into politics because it's tricky, you know. But anyway, I love you, mate, and thank you very much for having me
on Australian politics for sure. I don't know.
Oh, brother. Yeah, it's that's what we
I'm
call
about to roll out, y'all.
All right, Ben.
Good to see
Y'all
you.
have a good night.
So,
All right, Ben.
River, I wanted to thank you because I know you do a lot of interviews. You do a lot of shows. You know, a lot of people have sat down and interviewed you. And it's wonderful to see that. But what I love about you is that you just come here to hang out. And that's the biggest form of respect I see. You know, you just come in and not interviews. We love hearing your stories. We love hearing you talk. So thank you. Thank you for being here.
Sister, thank you for having me on here. I mean, you know how privileged I am to be on this day. I mean, like with you mob, you know? It's
Well,
deadly,
thank you.
man.
We're honored.
No,
It's just
really,
funny
I mean,
because we see you all over, and I know all these channels have like made appointments to have you come on their show, and we're just glad that you just come and chill out. Same with Naoma, and everybody that hangs out here.
Yes.
And I'm glad everybody feels comfortable enough just to come and chill.
Just coming out here. It's cool.
Yeah, hey, look, hey, because you're the real deal, see? And I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, when you get that feeling where you're accepted in this kind of world, which a lot of people ain't used to, but there's a lot of people that haven't come forward that know. You know?
Right.
But-
Yeah.
and those people all I want to do is put the awareness out down here in Australia, you know, and that's and it's happening. There are people that are coming out now and gradually saying, well, Uncle, I've got to talk to you about something, Uncle. Like my nephew, he'd come and yarn to me. No, not come and yarn, but yarn to me on the phone, you know. He said, son, I said, hey, son, how you going? And he said, Uncle, he said, I've got to tell you about something. He seen some Janjatis, seen like a family of them, see? Janjatis, the little hairy fellas down here. They were swimming in a lagoon. He was taking his family for a swim. This was in the afternoon. Yeah, taking his mob, like his family and that, and his daughters and his grandchildren down for a swim, brother. And he heard this giggling and laughing. Now, this is on Aboriginal land. This is down where there's a waterfall, see? And there's a big lagoon at the bottom. And yeah, it's like there's only people get down there is the people who know that land and the track to get down there, you know, it's family, you know. Not a lot of people know, but only probably around about 15, 16 people. That's family people too. And bro, when he was going down there, he heard them talking. He heard these people talking. He's thinking, no, they're not talking in our language. They're talking something else. And he was saying it was like like something like that. He was saying like Unky said it sounded just nothing like I've heard before. And I was mucking around. I was saying, you sure it wasn't a bunch of like Chinese fellas looking for gold down in there? You know? It was just, I was just chucking things out, and he's going, no, Unc, no. And he started laughing. I said, no. He said, they just have the restaurants now. And he said, when he said to the mob, he said, now wait there, look. He said, wait there. Well, he spoke in lingo and everything. Okay, what do I do here? He said, wait there. He walked down about, I don't know, 30, 40 yards, he was saying. And he was creeping down there, bro, and he looked down in, you can see down into this lagoon, with the water. That's what kind of, like, with all that water falling, they wouldn't hear him.
Sure.
But he could hear them. But he could hear them, see, because they were at like a bit of a distance back. When he got down there, buddy, he said there were four elder Janjatis sitting in this this water pool with the waterfall, see? And there was two other little ones, and they would have been about, he said they would have been about 2 foot tall, and all little hairy fellas, little hairy babies, 2 little hairy babies, brother, with 4 like adults, Janjatis sitting in that lagoon. Yeah, brother. And I know the exact spot where he's talking about too.
Now, with those are the brown jacks, right? Same thing.
Yeah, same deal, bro. Brown jack, Janjati.
Okay.
Janjatis, yeah, bro. They're the mischievous little fellas. Yeah. That's a little lad I seen him was swinging off that gate, when I went to meet my mate's son at the school bus, like meet him and I seen him swinging on that fence, with the young fella, And go, hey, who's that fella, And next, when he spotted me, mate, he fucking hooked it. He hooked it across the road into the bush. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the latest with that. But I mean, I'll keep you updated with what, because the mob, well, not only my mob, but there's non-Aboriginal people that are coming out too. They're coming out with an out and saying, look, we got to talk to someone about this, because they don't know what they're dealing with, brother. And neither do I. I don't know either. I don't know what their intentions are. Like I'm talking, we Dooligal, but
Well, no, you know they exist, but you don't know, their intentions.
That's right. I don't know. But the ones I've dealt with, they've been all right with me. But anyway, But yeah. Once again, thank you very tough for having me on your show. And
Any-
Thank you
Anytime,
for
man.
being here.
Anytime.
you're looking forward to yarning again, eh?
Indeed.
Hang on. I'll leave you with one. Hang on. This is the Dulagala. Yara yarang. That means goodbye. Yara yarang means goodbye.
Right on.
Thank you so much, River.
See you, bro. Take care.
Have
See
a
you,
wonderful
Steve.
night, man.
Good night, River.
I love you, sister. Love you, bro. See you.
Peace. Thank you. That was cool.
Very.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. Little entertainment from River. Some good stories.
That's the outro for the show.
You might be onto something there. Yeah, no, it's always good to have River on. It's always good to have anybody on, but River's got some good stories. It was wonderful having Naomi on the other day.
Always wonderful seeing Ben.
Yeah.
I love all his questions.
Yeah, Ben's good to have on when there's other people on.
Oh yeah.
So thanks, Ben, for coming on. Anyway, we'll be back Thursday. It's great to see everybody. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I know it's late.
A little bit. Not much.
Yeah, it's not terrible. but
No, we've gone
Anyway.
way along.
If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button below. If you're new, subscribe. Share it out. But most importantly, leave comments.
Leave comments.
We love getting comments.
Yes, we do.
Naomi says, well, thank you, Muggs and Stevie. I enjoyed it. It's been a while since I've been on any show.
That's cool.
You're always welcome.
Always.
You know that. And Mr. Lee's encouraging everybody to check out the Travis Walton hoax theory, the video. He put the link in chat. It's the last chat in there right now. So if you want to check that out, click on that. All right, guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. We love you.
We do.
Peace and God bless.